Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the lab. Today's activity is heating and cooling curve of a pure substance. And the goal is to use the melting and freezing point of a mystery substance and to be able to identify it. And our options are here. So our unknown is going to be one of these three substances here. So the phenyl salicylate, p-dichlorobenzene, or the capric acid. And we are going to do that right now. So what we're going to do first is the cooling process. And we have a water bath that is between 10 and 15 degrees Celsius. So this is the blue line. And our sample is currently at 69 degrees, which is a tad bit warmer than we would like. But so what we will do is we will put the substance in the water bath, and we're going to record the temperature every 30 seconds on our data table. And we're going to make sure that we stir the unknown, at least until, well, for as long as we can. All right, so let's begin. Okay, so we are starting. The unknown is at 60 degrees. And we start the timer. 60.6 degrees. So our first 30-second reading is now down to 42.0. And we notice that the unknown is starting to solidify. We're going to keep stirring. Our second measure is 39.3. Actually, we're at 39.7 degrees. And it's quite solid right now. So we're just going to leave it. And we will continue the cooling process. So it seems like our unknown has stabilized at 40.3. The water temperature is 8.2. So our third measure for the temperature is 40.3. And we will continue this cooling process until the unknown has gone to below 20 degrees Celsius. .8 at 2 minutes. So the cooling process is now gone for 10 minutes. We have recorded all of our temperature. The ice bath, cold water bath, has remained around 10 degrees Celsius. And our sample is now below 20, so we can stop recording. And we will use this sample to do the heating curve next. All right, so the cooling curve has been completed, and now we're ready to go and begin the heating process. So for the heating curve, we're going to start with a water bath just over 60 degrees. We're going to try to keep it around 60. And so the temperature of the sample is going to be 13.9. And again, we're going to record the temperature every 30 seconds. So we're going to put this here. Our initial temperature is 13.9.
3, 2, okay.
After 30 seconds, we are up to 17.2, and we continue. Substance is still solid.
Right. Do here,
So after 7.5 minutes, and I would say like 3 or 4 minutes, yeah, for the past 3 minutes, 4 minutes, we've stayed around 44, but now our next measurement is 47.3.
That is,
So it seems like
the 11 at,
the temperature is now kicking back up again.
and I think the theme is probably pink out.
Yep, we're definitely going up.
Yeah, that's it for most guys.
49.7.
Work on homework.
Looks like we'll be taking one more measurement. Yep, we are already past now 60. Sorry, 50. Well, we have gathered all our data for the heating and cooling curve lab. It is now time to graph. And from the graph, we're going to identify the melting point of the substance. So what we do for graphing is in Excel, we're gonna put all of our data into 3 columns. The first column right here is going to be the time in minutes. And then we're gonna have our heating and cooling curves. It doesn't really matter which order you put heating and cooling curve. But your time should be first because Excel is gonna graph this, and your first column is gonna be your x-axis. So what we need to do here is just to highlight all of our data. And we're going to insert a graph, XY scatter. And we're going to pick the one that has a smooth line in it, and voila. Now we're just gonna add some information to so we're gonna obviously put a chart title. You click on this button here, and you can add axis titles. Because we have headers here in Excel, it makes the legend for us. So always start your columns with that information. And now let's just type in the titles for each for the graph and the axis.